going on YouTube? My name is Dom, and as you can see, I've been out of the Ghost Recon game for quite a while now. But after what Ubisoft has teased as a big update coming mid-July, I decided to hop back in. Although I didn't come in with any naive expectations of anything great or anything big, as they were saying, because I'm familiar with how this Ghost Recon team operates, played Wildlands throughout the whole cycle. This big update really turned out to be a big pile of shit. I'm going to take a minute just to talk about the PvE. In terms of PvE, of course, the most obvious change that they made is they added AI teammates. I had a hell of a lot of fun playing with these AI teammates. Pulling off plays that I wanted to play, that I wanted to do was great, because most of the time when I'm playing with a team, it's not always what I want to do, it's about what other people want to do. But I like playing with these AI teammates, so that sounds kind of fucked up, but it's really all about me all the time. Now, also, you can like customize these guys, which is really cool. It took me hours just to customize my one guy, so I didn't even dive in on the customization for these guys. I saw it, I opened it, and I'm like, nope. That's going to take me too goddamn long, so I'm not going to do that. But also they added like new event missions, new gear, which is awesome. These are welcome changes that make everything more playable, give you reasons to play. They did add some cool things, which I'm happy to see. But it doesn't fix a lot of the problems that are already existing in the game, which is something I'm going to get into here in a minute. But one question I have to ask about all this: where the fuck is my DLC? My paid DLC, by the way. Not this free stuff. So I'm one of the few people that bought the $100 edition of this game at the beginning, and that was supposed to come with DLC. I know we got the Sam Fisher missions. That was kind of lackluster, and I honestly didn't even play those because I wasn't feeling it. But since I am a PvP guy, that stuff is neither here nor there, because I believe that the replay value of a game comes from the PvP. Sure, you can put in 100 or possibly even 200 hours on just on the campaign, if not even more, but what's going to give you 1,000 hours of game time? What's going to give you, a couple years of playing a game? It's the multiplayer, in my opinion. I like taking down opponents, human opponents. I like using strategy, using human psychology to mess with people and to win matches that way. That's just more fun to me than to beat a scripted puzzle, because when you look at these bases, they're almost like puzzles, and how do you solve this puzzle? How can you go about breaking it? Well, with humans and playing human opponents, it's not always the same, and there's always going to be a different situation. That's why I like it better, and that's what I think a lot of people are in the same boat as me with that. This is where Breakpoint really falls apart for me. PvE is okay. It's nothing exceptional, but it does have some fun with the AI teammates for me. I might play it solo. But PvP, oh Jesus. So with PvP, you have to be fast, right? I think that's pretty much generally accepted. You have to have fast movement. You have to be able to aim up to opponents very quickly. You have to be able to move quickly. That's the name of the game. It's all about movement. It's all about tactics, and it's all about taking advantage of opportunities that are open and afforded to you. So you need speed. This game doesn't have speed, bottom line. And as a result, a lot of the problems that are in the game you don't notice in PvE because you don't have to notice it. But when you get to PvP, you start to notice these things. So, for example, your character feels very clunky, very bulky. I'm sure everybody knows this. But when you get into the PvP and you have to start using cover and you have to start being quick with your decision making, this really becomes a problem. And a lot of the close quarters gunfights that I got into, if one person didn't get murked pretty much instantly, it turned into a silly shit show of people running around each other trying to shoot, people going prone on accident, people fucking going into cover on accident, just silly shit. And it really it felt stupid. I felt stupid playing it. But what affects this clunky movement, what I realized affects the game most of all, and what really messes with it, is the cover system. Something you wouldn't even think of in other games, using cover, peeking behind corners and things like that. So many times where I found myself trying to peek a corner, trying to fight a right angle, and also making sure that nobody could see me from that angle, and I would end up moving so far away from where I actually wanted to be, and it would take me seconds to get back to where that was. And in PvP, that matters. It's not like PvE where if you miss an opportunity, you just gotta wait for the AI guys to come around again. It's not like that. PvP, you miss an opportunity, that opportunity could be gone. And so if you have a shitty clunky, you have a shitty clunky cover system, That can't happen. That's not fun. That's not good. God help you if you accidentally go prone. I did this a couple times, and you go prone. You're laying on the ground. You feel like a freaking 90-year-old trying to get off the goddamn toilet. It takes like seconds, man. I could get off the ground in real life faster than this guy. Before I know it, I either get shot or I'm trying to run away and I get shot when I'm running away. It's not fun. You gotta make it smoother than that. How can you go in Wildlands, it was so smooth. I don't understand how Breakpoint just falters here so bad in something that's so simple. Just lay down. I haven't had my fingers on the pulse of the Ghost Recon community in quite a while, but a lot of the rebuttals that I have heard from people in the past are, you know, because it's slow, you just have to plan accordingly. You know what I mean? Plan your movements. You got to be more, you have to have more foresight. Okay, that's an okay rebuttal on its face. You know, it seems like it's good, but once you actually start to think about it, it really doesn't make any sense. I could do everything in my power to plan accordingly, but if the other guy rushes me and I don't see him, and they come around a corner fast, or someone approaches me, or I even approach somebody that's sitting there, you know, behind a piece of cover, and I just don't know about them, then that's a close quarter situation that's going to require speed, and there is no foresight that you can prepare for that. And sometimes it works out great. Sometimes you get headshots and you murk people. Sometimes they murk you. And oh my god, some of the kills that I've been getting killed by, I have no idea what fucking happened. And I think your head is like way too big in this game. I even have some clips of myself where I'm clearly not hitting headshots, but it says I hit headshots. That's neither here nor there. But when you come around corners really fast, someone approaches you really fast, it can turn into a shit show very, very quick just because the movement sucks. However, I can deal with slow movement. I can make up for it. In fact, the game is actually fun. I found myself having fun at times. But there's another problem that perhaps is even more pressing, that kind of ruins it for everybody, is the lag, the latency, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a tech guy. I have no idea what goes on behind the scenes here. But I do know something is wrong when you're looking at an opponent, their gun is facing one way, but then bullets start flying in your direction and the gun is not faced at you. There are some problems here. And that's not the only problem with lag that I encounter. It's not just when somebody is looking in a different direction than the game tells me. It's also when people are running, I see them running, I go out and shoot, and there's such bad lag that people just fucking skip ahead. They skip ahead like 5-10 feet, and you can see it. You can see it happen. I have plenty of clips of this shit. And that is a real problem, because when I come out, I think somebody's out in the open. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking take advantage of this guy. And they skip ahead, and all of a sudden I expose myself, and I get shot coincidentally.
No way, dude.
That's a real problem with latency. I see this happen all the time. And then my final problem is, because of this, I think people take advantage of it, and they run in circles. And they run out in the open. They do really stupid things just to get somebody to shoot at them because they know there's problems with the lag. Makes it really not fun. Now, the bottom line that I'm getting to, the problem with Breakpoint and why this update wasn't big enough, is because this game, what's that old saying? You can polish a turd, but it's still a piece of shit. It's the same thing here. This game's fundamentals are broken. The way the game moves, the way it feels, the shooting, the movement, the animations are sluggish, slow, clunky. That needs to be fixed. You can add all this other shit, but it cannot make up for the fun factor of the game. I would rather not have any of this crap. Have one update, take out all the other updates, have one update that just fixes the movement, that fixes these problems, makes everything fast, makes everything responsive, makes everything smooth. And it would be so much more fun. You don't need all this other shit. The best analogy I can think of is like a cake that's half baked, and you take it out of the oven and it's so fucking undercooked it's got like raw egg in the middle of it. And instead of putting it back in the oven and getting a decent cake, what they do is they just cover this shit in icing. You gotta fucking finish it, man. Put it back in the oven. Fix it. Fix the problems that are with it, and I'll play it. But anyway, this game is probably dead by now. There's probably not a ton of people playing it. Let me know if you guys are still playing it. If you've seen any growth. I haven't been in the game. Let me know if you guys see any growth with, you know, people that are coming in. I don't know what it's like, but just let me know. But there's a ton of other games coming out that I'm looking forward to, things that look strategic, so I don't need to rely on Ghost Recon Breakpoint to get that fix. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please leave me a comment and use the like or dislike button to voice your opinion, and the comment section to voice your opinion as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.